What's going on, Savages? CJ here, back with another product breakdown video. Now, if you're new to these types of videos, it's basically our opportunity to give you an insider look at each one of the Primeval Labs supplements. And today we're going to be discussing the fact that Primeval Labs have made their way into the protein game. So you guessed it, we're going to be talking about the latest Whey Isolate formula from Primeval Labs, ISOLIT. And let me tell you something, this Whey Isolate has changed the game when it comes to flavors. But before we get to the flavors, as always, we're gonna bring in our resident supplement expert, and he's gonna break this thing down line by line so you guys know the exact ingredients and what you're getting inside Isolate.
Okay, so what's an isolate? As you probably guessed, it's whey protein isolate. But it's not just any kind of whey protein isolate. It is triple cold pressed cross-flow micro-filtered whey protein isolate. So what the hell does that mean, and why is it important? In the production of whey protein, there's a variety of different processing and manufacturing techniques that you can use to refine your whey to get it down to the quality and type that you want. One of these types uses a lot of harsh chemicals, which denatures a lot of the beneficial microcompounds and bioactive fractions that are present in whey protein, like immunoglobulins and lactoferrins. By avoiding the use of harsh chemicals, you're preserving the integrity of those beneficial bioactive compounds, so you get a higher quality whey protein along with more of those immune boosting properties as well. The next question on your mind is, why in the world does Isolate use only whey protein isolate instead of something like whey protein concentrate or hydrolyzed whey? Now here's the thing. When you're talking about whey protein, it comes in a variety of different grades and qualities. This determines how much protein you're actually getting in there. The whey protein concentrates are the least refined form of whey, and they can vary anywhere from 35% protein to 80% protein by mass. But what that means is that if you're only getting 35% protein, the rest of that is going to be made up of a lot of fats, a lot of carbohydrates, and a lot of lactose, which for some users is going to give you a lot of GI distress, upset, bloating, and a whole bunch of other nasty stuff that you're not going to want to have to deal with. On the other side of the spectrum, hydrolyzed whey is highly refined. It uses a lot of harsh chemicals, which is going to degrade those beneficial bioactive fractions that we mentioned earlier. So by choosing whey protein isolate, you get a protein that is both refined under high quality measures, gives you a lot of protein, minimal amounts of carbohydrates and fat, along with lactose, which minimizes GI distress, and it's standardized to a minimum of 90% protein. So what you're left with is a superior quality protein that delivers a high protein content in each serving. Isolate also includes 8 different digestive enzymes in our patented Digiseb blend, which is headlined by Hemiseb, a collection of 5 enzymes that is going to improve digestion, reduce bloating, and improve the overall nutritional quality of isolate. Within Digiseb, you're going to get a variety of proteases, amylases, cellulases, diastases, pectinases, and an arsenal of other enzymes that help your body to assimilate all of the various nutrients it gets through the digestion process, which increases uptake and helps you get more from your protein powder.
All right, that's a pretty detailed breakdown of Isolate, but one of the things that I thought was interesting was the fact that, as you mentioned, Whey Isolate really falls between the middle of really the two extreme worlds. You have one side that's the whey protein concentrate, which I think most consumers at this point know it's a cheaper form of whey.
Correct. What
they might not know is that there's a huge range of qualities within whey protein concentrate, and we personally have actually seen companies reviewing supplements that have just done shady stuff.
Yeah, I mean, one batch could be when they release their protein, it could be WPC 80, so you're getting a high amount of protein per serving. They run a few batches later, a couple years, they've made more money, they want to increase overhead. Now they're using WP 60, WP 50. You're wondering, why is my protein powder giving me all this gas, this stomach upset, all this other stuff? It's because they can swap and put in different concentrates, just kind of depending on what the manufacturer wants to. There's no hard and fast, this is what whey protein concentrate has to be.
Right, so if they're listing whey protein concentrate, it's not telling you the entirety of the story.
Exactly.
And with that being said, another interesting side of this was the fact that hydrolyzed whey protein, which is kind of recognized as the higher end form, and literally almost a pre-digested form of protein, is so manufactured, I guess, that you start to lose quality on the other end.
Yeah, that's true. Because of all the various enzymes and all the other harsh chemicals that they have to use to digest the peptide bonds that are holding all the little protein molecules together in whey protein, you end up losing a lot of those beneficial biofractions that we talked about earlier. On top of that, it also costs exorbitantly more than whey protein isolate does, and you have crappier flavoring with hydrolyzed whey due to the amount of chemicals that they have to do and all of the other refinement and all of that. So
it's almost nitpicking so far that it almost loses like some of the benefits.
Exactly, and a lot of the bros out there will say hydrolyzed whey is super fast digesting, it's better for gains, better for recovery and all that. The research actually doesn't pan out to that. Whey protein isolate in and of itself is fast digesting. Its studies have shown that it leads to the same benefits in hypertrophy and all of that other same as far as muscle benefits.
Now, one of the things that folks out there are going to say is, in a lot of, we've seen a lot of consumers over the years that will actually pick up a whey protein concentrate because of the flavors. And the fact is that being that it's cheaper, you got some of these fillers, like some of the milk sugars and fats and things. You get a kind of a creamier consistency. But what's amazing is that Primeval Labs seems to has like merged those two worlds together, that with an isolate formula, this stuff tastes ridiculous.
Absolutely, yeah. Through the inclusion of the various flavors, thickeners, and all that, we've managed to mimic the flavor and mouthfeel of a concentrate, but deliver the protein quality of an isolate.
Gotcha. Now, what flavors do they actually have of this?
We've got 5 flavors in total. We've got Diner Vanilla, Cocoa Mint Chip, Orange Dreamsicle, Chocolate Milk, and Caramel Latte.
Alright, that's it for today's video, guys. Listen, if you want more information on ISOLIT, Robert did an incredible job of breaking this down in a blog post, and I'm going to have a link down below in the description. In addition, if you want to pick up ISOLIT or just look over the facts panel, you can head over to primevallabs.com, which I'll have a link down below. And as always, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. Also, like and comment. Let us know if you've had experience with ISOLIT, if you like the product, or if you're interested in trying it. We'd love to hear your feedback. And that's it. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Now we're gonna go and I'm gonna go finish my Modelo and tequila shots, and I'm gonna probably get a couple more fucking tacos.